Welcome to the second pre-workshop video on data visualization in R. This video will be introducing how you can load datasets in RStudio. Before that, I want to introduce how you can download R and also download RStudio from the internet. The step is simple. Basically, you just go to your Google and type in download R and hit enter. You can see the first entry is to download the newest version of R for Windows. If you are using Mac, you can click on a different entry, and the steps are similar. So here I will take Windows for an example. So you click on it, and you may want to check the link here to make sure you are in the right page. And here is a link for downloading R for Windows. Because I have already downloaded, so I will not click on it to avoid some error. Well, you just need to click this link and the download will automatically start. So once you have downloaded the R, you will see a button in your desktop. And this one, it's an executive file. So you can double click on it and select the appropriate language. And you just follow instructions here and choose a file. But here, please notice, I would suggest you to choose a location where it does not contain any blanks, because later on, if you want to install R tools, blanks in the name of the path will cause some trouble. So basically, you just follow the step and click on next. But because I have already downloaded, so this prompt will show. But it's fine, you just click on next and going on, and you will finish the download. To save time, I will not download here. Once you have finished downloading, you can obtain a button as this on your desktop. So you double click on it. This is a graphical user interface automatically installed with R. And you can perform some execution here. For example, if you want to calculate 1 plus 1, then hit enter, you will get 2. But this GUI is difficult to use. And you can see it did not show you the variables existed or the plots. So most of the time we will be using RStudio, and it's the same. You just go to Google and type in download RStudio and hit enter, and you can see a link with this address will be shown. You just click on it, and please check you are in the correct page by matching the link with the link of your page. So here is the introduction page of RStudio. We have finished this first step of installing R. The second step will be install RStudio. You just click on this one and the download will automatically start. And after you have downloaded, you can go to your desktop again. You will obtain an executive file as this one. And it's the same. You just follow the instructions in the prompt and the download will be finished. Because I have already downloaded RStudio, so I will skip the procedure and go to RStudio directly. So you can change your appearance of RStudio a little bit. You just click on Tools and click Global Options. And here you can define the codes, like how you want to edit your codes. And also you can select how you want to show your console. And you can choose a theme in the appearance section. For example, you can change the editor theme to different colors. And also you can change your editor font size. And you can also change your pane layout. Like you can use the left panel for console and use the right panel for the source code. You may alternatively click on the View section and click Panel. And here you can see I have selected to show the console on the right, but the default is to show the console on the left. It doesn't matter. You can personalize this one according to your preference. And for each console, or for each pane here, if you click on this little button, it will be minimized. So you can save some space for showing your codes and your commands. The same applies to the right-hand side. Now we have downloaded RStudio. We are ready to download the datasets installed with R. So there are some built-in datasets. First, we need to load the library called datasets. To load this one, you type in library bracket and input name of the package you want to load, that is datasets. And to execute this line of commands, you can hit run. Alternatively, you can place your prompt on this line of command, and you hit Ctrl plus Enter so that you don't need to move the mouse. And by adding a help before the name of the dataset, you will obtain a brief introduction of the package. So here is some reference for the package, and here the left panel is the names for the datasets, and the right panel is a brief introduction of each dataset. So there is a lot of datasets built in with R, and we will be using this one, the iris dataset. The iris dataset contains 4 different attributions measured in centimeters for a specific plant from 3 species. To load this dataset into our session, we type data bracket iris and hit Ctrl plus Enter. Well, that finishes the loading of the dataset. Once you loaded the dataset, you may want to perform some cleaning or preliminary visualization of data. And this is achieved by typing head. The head command will show you the first few entries of your dataset. You can see that this shows the first 6 entries, where for each entry there are 5 variables, ranging from sepal length, sepal width, petal length, petal width, up to species. Alternatively, you can type summary, and this will give you a brief summarization of the values for each variable in the dataset. For example, for the variable sepal length, you can see the 5-number summary. That is the numbers showing the box plot of this dataset, also plus the mean value. And this summarization is done for all the variables in the dataset. And you can see for species, this 50 here means there are 50 counts of species of Setosa. This is because the variable species is not numerical. It is actually categorical with 3 categories. Well, to obtain some features of a dataset, you can use name, the command names, and this will return you all the names contained in the iris data. That's the names of the variables you can use. And how can we access a specific variable? For example, if you want to access sepal length, how can you achieve that? Well, you just type the name of this dataset and type a $sign. This is the access operator for the variable, followed by the name of the variable. And this will return you all the values sorted, actually not sorted, but stored in the sepal length. You can alternatively access sepal width, petal length, petal width, and also species. So here you can see the 3 species are Setosa, versicolor, and virginica. A levels variable shows here because this variable, the species variable, is categorical. And you may assign the values of the variables to a new local variable called x by using the assign operator. So basically, you just type x equal to the data, the data set and $sign, the variable name. And by doing this, you can see x now stores all the values from sepal length. Well, lastly, you can access the dimension of dataset by the dim command. So it returns 150 and 5. And this can be understood together with the head of iris. So 150 here means we have 150 entries. And 5 here means we have 5 variables, which is length, width, and species. And in terms of data frame, it means we have 150 rows and 5 columns in the iris dataset. So this is an introduction of loading the datasets in RStudio. And I will introduce how we can plot these datasets using R in the workshop. See you in the workshop.